Hey folks, this is Evgeny from Easy Automations, and today I have a tutorial for those of you who, like me, are absolute lovers of Thrivecart. So I absolutely love Thrivecart, and I've been using Thrivecart for the last 3 years, but here's one problem. So you started with one course, maybe 2 courses, maybe 3 courses, but at some point in time, you have a library of products that you're selling. It could be courses, could be something digital, something physical, and then you realize that what you want to merchandise and sell these products is not so much the amazing, rich checkout pages. Actually, what you do want is something like this, which is a Shopify-style or Amazon-style storefront where you can merchandise many products, where you can break them down into categories, when you can allow customers to actually add more than one of these products to a checkout cart and then complete the transaction in just one payment, right? Now, Thrivecart famously doesn't have this functionality because Thrivecart is a funnel-driven solution. It is designed for folks who don't have that many products. It's designed for folks in info business who need a funnel, who perhaps will have a lead magnet and then have upsells and downsells and bumps, which are all merchandised during the checkout process. And if that's your case, then that's fine. But then for a lot of us who actually started using Thrivecart to sell relatively inexpensive products, and then your library of products suddenly has increased, now you have a lot of them and you want to merchandise them together, you realize that it is now a limitation, that Thrivecart does not have a storefront. At the same time, if you, like me, invested in Thrivecart Learn, you got yourself a learning management system where you're hosting all the different courses, right? So this is my test learning management system deployment. And there's nothing wrong with Thrivecart Learn. It allows you to deliver your courses in a beautiful interface, and it saves you from having to use WordPress. So as far as I'm concerned, I love Thrivecart Learn, which comes with Thrivecart Pro. And by the way, if any of this is new to you, you've never used Thrivecart before, there's an affiliate link in the description to this video. You should definitely check out Thrivecart if you want to start an info business. It's an amazing product. Or indeed, if you just want to use Thrivecart Learn for your learning management system, it's still absolutely awesome. But anyway, back to us. So you might be asking yourself, okay, is there any way that I can actually have a storefront that looks like Shopify, but then have my courses still in Thrivecart Learn? Or do I have to move my entire course library to something like Learn World or some other learning management systems? Maybe you want to move them to WordPress and LearnDash and then merchandise them through WooCommerce and all of that stuff. And if any of this sounds like a nightmare to you, then I can tell you there's no need to do it. In fact, I can show you a way how you can have a Shopify-style storefront for your courses that looks like this, and you can merchandise and sell your products through a storefront like this, and you can fulfill your orders with Thrivecart Learn, and you can do this automatically, and you can move your checkout on your products to a storefront like this very quickly. And your solution to this is a piece of software that's called Marketsy. It is an independent startup. It's driven by 2 developers who I know personally, who are super passionate about this project, and they keep on developing it. But their core value proposition is they give you a storefront for unlimited products, and you can sell anything you want. You can sell digital products, physical products, courses, PDFs, absolutely anything you want. It connects to your Stripe account. All the guys are asking for all of these features is $149. They don't limit you on the number of products. They don't limit you on the amount of sales or revenue because they don't charge you any commission, and there is not a single dollar to be paid in monthly fees. So it's an incredible value. And again, there's an affiliate link in the description to this video. And if you guys end up purchasing and supporting this amazing project, this indie project, you're going to get an incredible value storefront, and you won't pay a penny less. You also get to support my work. Let me show you a little bit what Marketsy is, and then I'll show you how to connect it to Thrivecart Learn so you can fulfill orders placed in Marketsy with courses or downloads or anything else in Thrivecart Learn. This is how Marketsy looks like. As you can see here, you can set up and edit your store. Now, the beauty about Marketsy is that differently to the likes of Shopify or any other big, mature, clunky, and feature overwhelming storefronts, actually, it takes absolutely no time to set up the UI of your store. Because let's face it, most of us, we just want to start selling. We just want the UI that is clean, that is streamlined, and that doesn't require any design skills whatsoever. And that's exactly what Marketsy Falls have done for you. So if you just click here, all you can do is you can select a light theme, a dark theme. You can select one of the 4 product cards UI, some colors, some fonts, and that's pretty much it. You can add or remove some sections in here, but that's the UI. But to be honest, clean, high converting storefront, that's really all you need. Now, you set up your products. So these are placeholder products that get set up as soon as you create a store in Marketsy so that you can just have some content. But as you can see, you can edit products here and you can create categories for your products and you can merchandise your products by category. Then you add short descriptions and full descriptions, which go into the product detail pages, and you have rich text editors here. You can run a store with affiliate links in case that's what you want to do. You can also add internal product IDs and SKUs in here, which is something that we will do in just a moment. And I'll show you why we need to do this. Essentially, you very quickly set up your products here. You can just copy and paste the copy that you've got in your Thrivecart. You set up your categories in case you want to set up categories. You just set up one category and call it courses. And then the most amazing thing is here. So if you scroll down here in the admin panel, you will see that there's a field here called webhooks. And this is where the magic happens, folks, because each time someone places an order or each time there's a refund, Marketsy will send a webhook notification to the URL that you've got here. And so what we're going to be doing is we're going to be using the webhook functionality of Marketsy to connect Marketsy to Thrivecart using an automation platform. You can use any automation platform that you can use, Zapier, Make, Active, you name it. But for this tutorial, we're going to be using Pabbly Connect, an amazing automation system, an insane value competitor to Zapier. Niraj here is the guy who runs it. It's also an indie business, and I love supporting indie businesses. His team is incredible, and they're listening to our feedback all the time. They're developing new modules and connections, and we absolutely love Pabbly. And in Easy Automations and in my core business, we also use Pabbly Connect. So they've got some outstanding lifetime deals currently happening. If you want to check them out, there's an affiliate link in the description to this video. Let me show you how to connect Marketsy with Thrivecart Learn with Pabbly Connect. Here is the workflow that I've already built for this. Your trigger in Pabbly is a webhook. So you need to copy this URL and then you need to go to Marketsy and you need to paste it here. Now, as you can see, I've pasted the same URL in the auto confirmation webhook as well as in the auto refunded webhook. You can have different workflows, one for auto confirmation, one for auto refunded. I'm not going to show you how to refund an order. I'll just show you how to confirm an order and fulfill it in Thrivecart Learn. So all you need to do is just enter your webhook into this form. Now, the way that Marketsy allows you to place test orders is by clicking this test paid button. And what it does is it sends a test JSON payload, and not for any real products that you have in your store, but just a fake product with a fake email address. But the important thing is that it has all the items that it would be sending to you when someone starts ordering products for real. Obviously, click this button and then I have captured the response here in Pabbly. Now, the important thing to do is when you're capturing responses from Marketsy is to have the toggle of simple response off. And I'll tell you why in a second. Marketsy sent to this webhook a URL. As you can see, here you have email address of the customer, which is important, which is essentially which is the bit of information that you need when you're going to be fulfilling the order with Thrivecart Learn. We've got a whole bunch of customer info that for me is completely unimportant. I'm ignoring it, but you'll also have access to customer phone in case you want to follow up with them with text messages. Now, the important part here is the section called lines. Now, lines or line items, this is where you're going to get information about what products were purchased. Now, the reason why it's not just one line, it's multiple lines, because again, remember, when you're in the storefront, Marketsy gives you and the user and the customer an option to add multiple products and then purchase all of these products with just one transaction. So in case there's one product, two products, three products, or even 10 products, Marketsy will give them all to you in what's called an array, right? An array is just a fancy software development term for list. Essentially, it's got a whole bunch of things separated by commas. Pabbly will then need to unbundle this array. In other words, take the list of products that were ordered, even if it's just one. We need to be ready for all sorts of eventualities. So you need to use a functionality in Pabbly Connect to take this list apart and then execute an action based on every individual item. In other words, if someone ordered 3 courses, you need to fulfill every course one time in Thrivecart Learn. That's what I'm going to do. So how are we going to unbundle this array? We're going to use a module that's called Iterator by Pabbly. So it processes arrays. Now, as you can see, I have already mapped the lines array from the webhook data that came through. Now, Pabbly automatically recognizes all arrays. You should have it very easy to point the Iterator module by Pabbly towards that array. And so once you've pressed test, save and send test request, what Pabbly did is it unbundled the array and it's showing you the first item of the array. Now let's have a look at the data that Marketsy is providing us for every single line item in the order. So it's giving us the ID of the order. Now the ID of the order is Marketsy's. The second thing is interesting. It gives us the product ID. So Marketsy's own internal product ID of this product. It is an important piece of information which you may use if you're using Marketsy in some other way. But for us, the most important thing here is the metadata SKU. So this is what Marketsy calls the internal product code. If you look at where you set this up in Marketsy, go to the admin panel, go to products, and you click on edit product. Or if you're setting up a product anew, the SKU internal product ID, this is what Marketsy is sending out through Pabbly to you here. There it is, meta SKU. Now, why do you need this? And you need this field is because this is where you're going to be adding the Thrivecart Learn course ID. So you're going to be mapping Marketsy products to Thrivecart courses using the Thrivecart's course ID when you put it in here. Where do you find the course ID? If you press edit here and go to your URL bar, as you can see here after the edit, there is this number. So that's your course ID. So you copy this course ID and then you go back to Marketsy and you add your course ID into here. And that's basically it. That course ID then gets passed on to Pabbly in here in meta SKU. So rather than a product internal code, which is the placeholder fake data that Marketsy is sending you through, this is where your course ID will be located. And so the next and the last action here is you need to fulfill the order by creating a student in Thrivecart Learn and adding that course with the course ID that we've just pasted in Marketsy to their access. So how do you do this? There's a native module here with Pabbly Connect. It's called Create New Student with Thrivecart Learn. So that's what I'm using. And the fields that you need to map is, so you use the customer email from the webhook step to add customer email to the email address. And then for the course ID, as you can see, I am mapping the course ID from product internal code. This is where it will be the course ID, set it up in Marketsy. So that is done. So you just need to maybe select the toggle to enable email notifications. So now if you try to test this, obviously it's not going to work because that particular course ID doesn't exist, but you don't actually need this to test this workflow because it's incredibly simple. This last step, you can just keep it as it is and just click save. So anyone who now places an order in Marketsy have this order fulfilled by Pabbly Connect in your Thrivecart Learn. And that is how you can move your course collection to Marketsy while keeping your actual courses in Thrivecart Learn, which I believe is an absolutely amazing learning management system for anyone who has a love-hate relationship with WordPress, which is what I do. So folks, I think that's it. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Now, Obviously, folks, if you want me to produce more tutorials, just leave a comment underneath this video. Tell me if you have any specific automation ideas or needs, and I'm more than happy to think about these things for you. And it will be also amazing if you could add a like to this video so that more folks on YouTube like yourself will be able to see it. But if you also subscribe to this channel, you will get notifications about all the new videos and tutorials coming straight to you. Thank you for watching.